All right, they pride themselves on putting a modern take on steak, but today we're talking holidays. This morning we're so happy to welcome Audrey Grounds and Dave Madeira with Rococo Steak. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks for spending some time with us on this special day.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You guys are hosting a lot of parties there. I've heard a lot of wonderful things about what you guys are doing there. So you know you're here this morning to help take the stress out of some of our holiday parties, which we need. We all try so hard to say, no, we're not going to do it this year. We're not going to overstress, but it happens every time. So what are your tips this morning?
So I have a 3P rule. Plan,
3 Ps. Okay.
Yes. Plan, prep, and people. So when you are planning, what you want to do is you want to write everything down. What it's going to do is it's going to allow you to flesh out your ideas. It also puts perspective for you. When you start to write out your list, you realize I have too many side dishes. They're being cooked at too many varying temperatures. Aunt Kathy can't sit next to Uncle Ronnie. So you have all of these perspectives that you have.
Are you a big to-do list person?
Oh my God.
Okay.
I am a huge to-do list.
Yes.
Huge to-do list. Lists are my favorite.
All right, so put it down on paper, make a plan.
Put it down on paper. So the second one is prep. You want to prep as much as possible because if there's something I've learned from doing events never go as planned.
Nope.
So the earlier you start, the better prepared you will be.
Okay.
So you want to do that. You can set the table the night before. It's going to do two things. It's going to allow you to prepare better. It's going to energize you, right? Once you see the beautiful table setting.
Look at this display you put out this morning. I love this feather touch.
Oh, thank you.
Gorgeous. Yeah. All right, so, and then last but not least, what is your
people? So you want to remember that it's all about the people. People do not remember that the turkey was slightly overcooked, or that the mashed potatoes were lumpy, or that the food was lukewarm. They remember the conversations. They remember the dad jokes. They remember how you make them feel, because hospitality is all how you make people feel.
I totally agree.
So you set the tone for it. If you were smiling and having fun, everybody else is going to smile and have fun.
It's funny, when you were going to talk about people, I thought you meant like who, pick and choose who you want to invite. You can't pick and choose family though, so sometimes with holiday gatherings you get what you get. But I love that though. It is about how you make people feel.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little alcohol will help with that as well, right? For feeling good.
That's my job. Yes, that's what I do.
So let's get to this, what you brought in this morning. This is amazing.
So this is my new toy. So
I'm going to call you Thomas Edison.
I didn't invent it, so I can't take credit. But this is a cold coffee press, percolator. But what we're doing, instead of making coffee, we're doing coffee-infused rum.
Okay, so it's still coffee, so you can still, you're saying
coffee.
You're just enjoying a cup of coffee?
Yeah, sneakily, yeah, definitely. But basically what I do is I put, iced rum in here. We use Bacardi 8, because it's already got like a nice caramely kind of vanilla finish.
So you put it in, is it cold? Okay.
Yeah, it's cold, and then you set it to, I got it set to about 20 drips a minute. So you kind of just set it, a little dial right here. And then it just drips. And then we use a local coffee roaster, Blind Tiger. He gave us his coffee here. And then basically just kind of infuses with the coffee, picks up all the caffeine characteristics, and then drips down the bottom.
Now, have you tried this yet? Can you taste a difference?
Too much.
Okay, too much. So that must mean it's good. That was my next question. I had to play around with it.
I did. It is really good. But, trying to figure out what am I going to do with it, having the staff try it, so next thing you know, everybody's all hyped off on caffeine, but it's a good thing, because it just turned really good.
So are you guys serving this at the restaurant then?
We just started yesterday.
Wow.
So I was like trying, something cool to do, and this is really great for the holidays.
You found this on Amazon, by the way, right? So people can get this at home.
Yes.
That's a good, if you're hosting a party, this is a talker.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's a good icebreaker.
Well, this is obviously a little fancy. You don't need, they make ones that are a little bit easier to find. You can probably pick one up at Target.
Yeah, this is fancy.
But this one's a little sophisticated. That's a good eyepiece. People walk in a restaurant.
How long does it take to make? Do you have to wait till this whole thing is full? How does this work?
It helps, because what happens is, the whole entire process, when it gets down, it kind of, evens out, the flavor. Right now, if you were to drink it, it's pretty much all like, strict,
so there's no
hard
pause timer on this where you can...
Well, you could shut this off.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But you gotta wait for this to dry out.
And then, so how long will this typically take to finish, do you think?
Depends on how strong you want it. So I got it set. This will probably take about between 4 and 6 hours.
Okay.
So that way you just, you do it at night, you set it, and you forget it. So
I see you have other tools here. We're almost out of time. Were you going to mix it with something?
I do. So
sorry, I was so fascinated by this. I didn't realize we were doing something else.
So this is the kind of cocktail I came up with. So this is called a Cappuccino. So we have one of our other restaurants that we have. It's called Che. It's in St. Petersburg. So it's almost like a Latin nightclub.
All right.
So we figured this would be kind of good with the theme.
It smells good. I can smell it from here.
It
It's
does
strong
smell
and good.
So basically we do 3 ounces of rum, so it's a lot, so you gotta be careful. And then an ounce of cream and an ounce of coconut.
It's funny, we were talking yesterday about how many, actually the night before Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Eve is one of the biggest nights to go out and have a drink because everyone's in town. And
Tonight will be one of the biggest nights people go out, so it's definitely.
everybody's together, shake, shake, shake. All right, we're gonna pour that up, take a toast. Guys, thank you so much for being here this
Absolutely,
morning.
thank
Thanks for
you.
helping take the
Yes.
stress out of the holidays, which is now until, what would you say, New Year's Day. So thank you so much and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much.
Is this ready to try? I
Please,
do have
try
to.
it.
Oh, so excited. All right. Cheers. Thank you
Cheers.
again. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right.